So same as we've been doing, but then just adding bits on and making it a bit harder. So obviously you don't have to do the add-on bits. Good. So lying down to start. Hang on, I can't see. Okay, so lying down, legs hip width apart, feet flat to the floor, toes pointing forwards, hip bone, pubic bone level. Just relax there, hands down by your side, palms up, let your shoulders relax. Eye gaze straight up to the ceiling. Remember that little block or cushion behind. If you are finding you're looking behind, you should be looking straight up. I'm just taking a second there, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So just settle, find your spot on the floor, relax the arms. I gaze straight up, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we're opening the lungs, opening the ribs, and as you're exhaling, you're bringing the ribs down and in, pushing that breath all the way out. So nice strong inhale and exhale. So you're tightening the rib cage around you as you exhale. Okay, taking the arms up in the air, arms are in two tubes. We're going to reach the fingers up to the ceiling and then draw the arms down nice and strong. So arms are going to stay shoulder width apart, light as you lift, and then strong. And imagine you're kind of pulling something towards you. Imagine you're holding something in between the hands and you're kind of squeezing, pressing into, and then drawing the shoulders down, but you're not physically moving the arms. Arms are staying shoulder width apart. We're just trying to get a little bit of feedback going down through the arms, underneath the armpits, down into the shoulders, nice and strong. And again, lifting straight up and then pulling the arms down. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Reach up and strong pull down. Good, one more time. Make sure nothing else is moving. Hip bone, pubic bone level. And then we're going to scissor. One arm over, one arm down. Now you're keeping those arms straight, ribs staying still, not arching through the back. Stretch your arms away from each other. Keep the arms straight. Feel the shoulders moving on the mat. But try not to let the rib cage pop up. Just strong scissor through the arms. Get some tension as you press away. Okay, last one. Now both hands down by your side. Little finger on the mat. Shrug the shoulders up. Slide the arms down and away. So light as you lift. Now press into your little finger. Slide the arms down. Feel the shoulders moving up and down on the mat. Lift up and down. Really lengthen around the neck and shoulders. Make sure your hip bone, pubic bone is still level. We're not pushing the back into the floor. Good, last one. And then we're going to take arm circles. So we're going to lift the arms up, let your ribs pop up to the ceiling, and then circle the arms around and down. And again, keep your bum and shoulders on the floor, lay your arch up through your spine, and then circle down. You can make those circles as big or as small as you want, but we're stretching up through the ribs and then bringing it down. One more time, big lift up. Circle around, now change direction. Again, lift up, lift the ribs, lift, and then pull in and bring the arms down. And again, big circle and lift, stretch up, and pull the arms down. Good, two more times. Last one. And then we're going to rest the hands, heel of the hand on your hip bone, fingertips point down to your pubic bone, and we're just going to settle the hands nice and flat, relax the arms and shoulders, and then just breathing in through the nose. When you breathe out through your mouth, engage those abdominal muscles and pull into a pelvic tilt. Ribs go down and in, hips tilt up, and then lengthen, rock back out to neutral. So don't just push your back into the floor. Don't just squeeze your bum. Use those abdominal muscles. Pull in tight, ribs down and in, hips tilt up, and then lengthen and rock back out. So you're feeling your hands go from a flat position to a tilted position. You're feeling your lower back pressing down or kissing down onto that mat. But you're pulling in, the movement is coming from the top half of the body. Try not to round the shoulders or hunch anywhere. Just let that natural curl happen by tightening, by contracting the abdominal muscles and then lengthening back out. Good. 2 more times, pulling in tight and releasing out. Good. 1 more time. On this one, from your pelvic tilt, put your hands on the floor, squeeze your bum, push into your feet, little legs in train tracks, roll up through your spine. Take your time, squeeze your bum, lift up block by block, vertebrae by vertebrae. They get a nice stretch down through the front of your thighs, and then slowly, keeping your bum tight, roll down through your spine, spread your spine out along the mat, and then release back out into neutral. Do that again. So you're pulling in, ribs down and in, hips tilt up. Slowly roll up through the spine. Stretch up through the front. And then rolling back down. So if you have got something, I should have said, behind the head, if it's hard or it's uncomfortable when you're lifting up, take it away. So when your bum is up, that block should be away if it's uncomfortable. We feel like it's squashing the neck. So you're driving your hips up. Strong straight line. And then slowly rolling back down. Watch the knees don't flare out or in. Keep those little legs in train tracks like you've got a squishy ball or something in between your knees. Just getting rid of a few layers. Better. Good. When you're down, just settle down. And then you're going to pick up your right foot. So leg up in the air, 90 degrees. Hands down by your side, relax the shoulders. Now the left side is going to stay still, and it's hands to put your left hand on your hip. And we're going to start to slowly circle your right thigh bone round. So you want to make sure your hip bone, pubic bone is level. Easy circle round with your right thigh. Keep your foot up. You're just loosening off through the hip. But we're going to start to think about contracting the abdominal muscles, especially when you take your leg out on that furthest point, so that nothing else is moving. So you want to keep the body still against the circling right leg. Change direction. So can you take your leg out that little bit further, but keep your left side still? Left hand on hip, hip should be staying flat. Easy circle round. And just see if you can take that leg out a little bit further without the body shifting. Think about tightening around where your corset muscle. Last one. Staying with your right leg, you're going to put the foot on the floor. Slide your leg out straight, all the way out. Open the knee out to the side and pull the heel up to your bum. So we're going to go out straight. Open the knee out to the side, pull the heel up to your bum. So keep your left side still. We're still working on that right side, loosening off through the hip. Slide your leg out straight, it's like you're drawing a straight line in the sand or on the floor. Good, let's change direction. Open the knee out to the side. Slide the leg out straight, then turn and slide the leg back up and in. Again, right leg moving, left side staying still. Think about tightening around, ribs staying down and in, corset muscle engaged. One more time. And then we're going to switch legs. So left leg up in the air. Right hand on hip, right leg, everything else staying still. Easy circle around with the left. Now the further out you take that circle, the more control you'll need to stop your body from shifting out. So keep an eye on that leg. Keep your focus around your waist, around your core. Try and keep it engaged. And then just see if you can take that leg out just a little bit further. And then change direction slowly around the other way. Easy circles. Right side staying still. Right foot flat to the floor. Going up just that little bit further if you can. Keeping everything else still. Okay, left foot on the floor, slide the leg out straight all the way. Open the knee out to the side, pull the heel to your bum, stack it back up. So hips stay still, right side staying still, left leg going all the way out in a straight line with your foot. One more time this way, and then change direction. Open the knee, slide the leg, turn, and roll the leg back up and in. Good. One more time, easy circle. Just let that leg roll out and then bring it back to center. Okay, hands down by your side. If you've got a little block or something behind the head, that's fine. We're just going to do a little head nod. So hip bone, pubic bone level, tuck the chin, look to the knees, and then look back up. So just a little head nod, just warming up that neck. Try not to just push the chin to the chest. A little head nod, just catching side to the knees. Hands down by your side, hip bone, pubic bone level. You're going to tuck the chin in, curl up, float the hands off the floor. When you're up, just make sure your hip bone, pubic bone is level. You've got a gap between the chin and the chest. And then you roll back down and repeat. Tuck the chin in, curl up, easy lift. Ribs going down and in, hip bone, pubic bone staying level. In a minute, we're going to do the 100. So you've got the option, as we start to beat the arms, if the neck starts to pull or it feels uncomfortable, you can support the head with one hand. Okay, hold it up on this one. Hands down by your side, start to beat the arms. Short, sharp little beats, breathing in for 5 and out. As you exhale, can you curl up a little bit higher? Good, we're halfway. If you want to swap hands, go ahead. Try and curl up, stay lifted. Strong out breath, short, sharp beats with the arms, 30 to go. Last 10. And release it all the way back down. And we should feel it in your abs. Okay, hands down by your sides. No, tell a lie. Hands around the back of your head. Angle your elbows in, not all the way, in line with your shoulders. Keep them wide, tuck the chin, easy curl. Up and down. So keep a gap between the chin and the chest. As you curl up, try not to pull on the neck or kind of jam it down. Freely lifting up, leading with the chin, not leading with your chest, not your chin. So there's a gap between the chin and the chest, and when you're curling up, just make sure you're not going into a pelvic tilt. So hip bone, pubic bone are level, and your legs are hip width apart. Walk your feet a little bit further away from your bum. Smoothly. And lower. Okay, now as you curl up, you're going to pick one leg, knee over hip, stop, and then lower back down. No twisting. Knee stops over your hip. Curl up to meet the knee, not the other way around. Watch you're not bringing your elbows forwards and trying to scrunch everything up. Keep the elbows wide and lead with your chest, not your head. Don't pull on the neck. Good, easy lift. You're going to hold this next one up, hold up, head down. So you've got one leg up in the air, 90 degrees. Bring your other leg up, 90 degrees. Knees over hips, ankles in line with knees. Or if you can prefer, you can bring your legs in, have a little rock, and then send the back out to 90. Hands down by your side, brace your abdominal muscles. Slowly, toe tap, one foot to the floor, brace the abs, slowly, bring the leg back up. Try not to let your back arch. Pull in, draw your abs in, ribs down and in. Open the leg out from the hip. Don't bring your foot too close to your bum. And if you feel like it's pulling on your back, don't take your foot all the way down to the floor. So slow and steady wins this race. Ideally straight up to the ceiling. Brace your abs. Pulling in tight. Keep pulling in as you bring the leg back up. So if you've when only done a few, but right away, if you're doing it right, you should feel like you want to stop because you're bracing those abdominal muscles, supporting your back from arching. Keep it tight. Last 2. Slowly does it, no rush. Last 1. You're going to hold this foot on the floor, relax the other leg down, and just breathe. Okay, let's start off with some twists. So lying on your side, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, heels in line with your bum. You're going to take that top arm up over your shoulder, look at it, arm in line with your shoulder. Now rotate through your spine, open out through your chest, through your ribs, and then pull in and bring the arm all the way down. Keep pulling in. Arm up, arm over shoulder. Don't let your arm just fall back. Rotate through your spine. Push the hips forwards. Keep your legs together. Go as far as you feel comfortable, and then pull in, switch on those abs to bring the arm all the way down. Good, couple more. Open out, rotate, twist, rather than just everything falling backwards. Keep those hips pushing forwards, and then draw the abdominal muscles in to bring the arm all the way down. Good, one more time. Open and rotate. Lengthen behind you, and then pull in, shorten to bring it down. Good. On your side still, let's do a little set of legs. So lengthen everything out. Hard option, both legs straight, arm up. Easier option, hand down. Easier option again, bend the bottom leg. Starting off with the top leg, point the toe, push into your heel and lower the leg down. So the leg is in line with the body. You're coming up just above hip height, not too high. Draw your abdominal muscles in. Imagine you're standing tall and you're looking straight ahead. So depending where your TV is, just make sure your neck is staying in line. And again, lift, press and lower. So this is a nice one if you get tight hamstrings, tight calves, tight Achilles, and just really stretch it out. Good, last 2. Last 1. And then we're going to take the leg up, hold, and slowly circle the leg around. Now, they don't have to be big circles. Your arms should be staying still. So if you start to do circles with your arms, bring it back under control. Your bottom leg is bent or straight. Bent is a little bit easier. Straight is a lot harder because you're trying to balance. Good, last 1. Change direction. Brace the abs, look forward, small circles, feeling it bite now, down the outside of that thigh. Good. 3. Slowly 2. Slowly 1. And then little pulses here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, straighten up both legs, very important. They need to be straight. Hand down or arm up. You're going to lift the top leg, squeeze the bottom leg up, and then down together. So brace the abs. Lift, lift, and lower. Try and balance. Hand up if you want. Good. And again. So we lift, lift, and lower. So you've got to make sure your bottom leg is straight. If it's slightly bent, it'll become awkward to lift. And you want your inner thighs to meet. So you lift, lift, and lower. Don't worry about your feet touching. If your thighs touch, the feet will follow. Last 1 now. And then squeeze the legs together, pull in, and float up and down. And again, easy lift. So we're bending from the middle. Try not to bring your legs forwards or backwards. It's a straight lift, bending in the middle. Good. And again, easy lift. Slide the feet over one another. Pull in tight. Good. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to hold the legs up on this one, and you're going to do little kicks here. Can you take your arm up in the air? Can you balance on the hip? Draw your abdominal muscles in. Short, sharp little kicks like you're swimming in the front crawl on your side. Keep kicking. 5. Lift 4. A little bit higher. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lift and relax. Good job. Round of applause. Heels with your bum, bend your knees, and we're just going to do a little clam here. So knee just above hip, no higher. We're not falling backwards. Feeling it tighten around the outside of your bum and thigh. And you can also play around. You can lift your feet up and keep that clam going. Stay there just for a second. We've been doing the last few weeks now, but we're going to do a side bend. So I'll show you first, and then you can join in. So the low option first. Legs stay in the clam position. You pick up your top leg, put the heel on the inside of your ankle and clamp them together. Hand under shoulder, but you push down. Knee stays down on the floor. You lift up in a big strong arch, push your hips forwards and squeeze your bum. So now that's your low option. If you want to keep doing that one, keep doing that one. Or you can stay with your clam. So if you've got issues with the shoulder or your wrist, then stay with the clam and you'll have bums of steel. Or we can advance this. You creep your hands and legs a little bit further away from each other. You squeeze the ankle and heel together, and then you lift up, and you know you're in a good position if you don't move, but your legs go straight and touch together. And then you slide it back out to your start and finish position. And again, so you pull in, you lift, you squeeze up and you stretch. Stretch at the top half, but you're working that underside. Be kind to your shoulder as well. So low option or high option, off you go. Brilliant. Getting proper 80s hair here. I don't think I've got a hairband close by. Good. So strong lift, legs straight or bent. If those legs are straight, we're squeezing them together in a strong side plank, and just try and be kind to your shoulder when you come back out of it. Last one, lift. And then you're just going to give that wrist a rest and then turn over onto all fours. So we've got hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Flat back, shoulders back and down. And then we're just going to breathe here. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And then you breathe out through the mouth. You're pulling that belly button up and in towards your spine, and you're creating a nice big connection all the way around, fighting up against gravity. Breathing in to release, and then exhale and snapping your abs back up and in. So we're not here for long, but we're going to advance this. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes underneath. Press into your hands, push into your feet, and lift your knees an inch or two off the floor, and then slowly release it back down. So as you exhale, pull everything up and in, and float the knees off the floor, and then slowly lower back down. So the weight is up into your chest and shoulders. Keep looking forwards, but don't tilt the head. So you're looking just in front of your hands. Good, nice and strong. As you lift, pull your abdominal muscles in. And just a little lift of the knees, not too high. Good, have a little rest through the wrists. One more little bit to add on. Started it last week. So you're going to lift the knees an inch or two. Float your right foot off, float your left foot off, and then the knees go back down. So when you lift the foot, you can't let your body twist. Like that. So you're trying to lift and open out. Everything stays parallel to the floor. And you pull in, you brace your abs, you float one foot, float the other foot, and then knees down. It kind of hurts the thighs a little, but we should be feeling it, abs in tight, hands and shoulders, knees and hips. So now you've got 3 options. There are going to be loads of options. Good. Well done. Let's do one more time. Brace your abs, easy lift. Feet if you want. And then release it back down, and then just give those wrists a rest. So now just to give your wrists a rest and your shoulders, we're going to be up and down a bit. So first off, mid upper back, lie down. So now you know this one by heart. Legs lengthened out behind you. Hands in line with your eyes and ears, shoulders back and down. And you're just going to do a little lift, emphasizing that little lift. Ribs stay on the floor. Head stays looking down. Don't look forwards. Tuck the chin and keep your neck long. So you know if you've got a shadow on the floor, the shoulders are back and down. You're doing a small lift. The smaller the better. Anything higher will start to kick into the lower back, and we'll be using that in a minute anyway. So smooth lift. Okay, we're going to add on. Remember, the add-ons are optional. You're going to turn your hands, so your palms face towards you. Little finger on the mat, thumb pointing up, or little finger on the floor, I should say. You're going to lift up, slide your arms out, pull the arms back in, and then lower back down. So you're not lifting too high. Keep looking down, keep the chin tucked in, and keep your neck long. Now, emphasis on the arms now. Reach out nice and light. Now, as you pull back, press into the floor. Draw your shoulders back strongly and release down. Feel the difference. When you engage, you tense, you pull, you contract those arms down and release. And again, lift. Don't lift up too high. Emphasize the arms, pull back strongly, feel it down through the shoulders, in between your shoulder blades. Open out nice and light, and then pull back with emphasis. Now, if you want to work harder, same thing, but you lift your arms off the floor, reach out in front like a YMCA, and then pull back strongly. And again, reach out, stay low, and then pull back strongly. And again. Now we're going to add on a little down and up. When you reach your arms out, go down towards the floor. When you pull your arms back into that W shape, lift yourself up a little. Reach the arms forwards, go down towards the mat. Pull back, lift up a little. We're still staying quite low though. You're feeling that down and up as you move your arms forwards and backwards. That's it. Still staying in your W shape when you bring your arms back. Last two. And last one. And release it there. Okay, sit your bum back on your heels. We're going to go back into all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, flat hand or a fist. You're going to pick your right arm and your left leg. Right arm, left leg. And you're going to lift up to shoulder and hip height and then lower straight back down. Keep it straight. Lift up and down. Now brace your abdominal muscles. Think of a flat back. Pull your belly button in towards your spine and try and just make this as smooth as you can. So glide the leg up. Squeeze your bum and use the leg muscles to lift up. Good. And again, smooth lift and lower. Two more. Hold it up on this one. Brace your abdominal muscles. Open out on a small diagonal, squeeze to center. Shoulder and hip height, open and close. If you want to, if it's hurting your arms or wrists, put both hands down and just do the leg. But we want to keep the body still, whatever position you are in. Pull your belly button up and in towards your spine. Stay strong. Last two. Last one. And release. Relax the wrists and lie back down again. Okay. We're going to be circling your arms. If you haven't got the room, just adapt as best you can. Okay, hands down by your side. Lengthen the legs out behind you. Now draw your shoulder blades together, turn your palms in, and then lift in a long line. Keep looking down, hands touching your thighs, and then lower and relax. Do that again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Turn the palms in, lift in a long line, and then lower and release. So we've done this lots of times. Emphasize the drawing of the shoulder blades together. Keep them squeezing in as you lift. And it's not a high lift. Just squeeze with those shoulders. You can always get a little bit more out of them. As you lift, squeeze the shoulders, turn the palms in, and keep looking down. Good. Now hold it up on this one. Sweep one arm out in front. Pull back. Sweep your other arm out in front. Pull back strongly. And release to the floor. And again, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift in a long line, keep looking down. Reach one arm out in front, pull back strongly like you're pushing through treacle. Other arm, reach out in front and pull back like you're pushing through something liquidy and hard. Liquidy and hard? Treacle is what I mean, sticky. Now, as you're sweeping your other arm out, what's happening to the hand that's staying by the side? Can you get a little bit more push into the side of the body? Can you draw your shoulder blade together a little bit more? Keep pushing that shoulder towards your spine. Keep a little look on the mat. There's lots going on. Keep a look on the mat. Your body should be staying still against the movement, the circle of the arms. Good. Smooth. Small lift off the floor, not too high, filling it in the lower back, but emphasizing that shoulder. Squeeze the hand in towards the side of the body and draw the shoulder blade towards your spine. Good. Last time. And then we're going to kind of add everything on together. So now we're going to do swimming with your top half. So your hands start off in your W shape. You're going to lift up, hands as well. Go down towards the floor as you reach your arms out in front, like you're going underwater. And then circle the hands around to your thighs and lift up like you're coming out of water. Tuck the hands under, go down, reach the arms forward, circle up and lift. Tuck, reach, go down, circle and lift. So we're going under the water as you reach forwards. You're coming up and out of the water as you curl up. Can you lift up a little bit higher? Keep your neck long. Emphasize those arms. Tuck under, reach forwards, and now squeeze and lift up. Nice and strong. Good. And again, go down and reach. Lift. One more time. Down and reach. And lift. And relax. Set your bum back on your heels. Stretch your spine out. And lengthen there. Good. Okay, back on all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You've got your left hand now and right leg. So flat hand or fist, left hand, right leg, lift up to shoulder and hip height, and then lower it back down. Now squeeze your bum, stretch up. Use the muscles around the back of the leg, so your bum and hamstring, to lift the leg up. Keep everything straight, shoulders back, long neck. Easy lift up and down. Good. If the wrists are hurting, you can put both hands down and just do the legs. Last two. Hold it up on this next one. Keep the body still. Pull in, open out on a small diagonal, and then squeeze back to center. So chest lifted, pull your abs in tight, keep pulling in, squeeze the leg out and in. Think your outer thigh and then inner thigh. Good. Keep a nice control. Pull your belly button up and in towards your spine. Good. 2 more. And last one. And release and relax. Well done. Shake it out, shake those wrists. And then we're going to sit down on your bum. So now we're going to do a full roll up and down. If you've got a band and you want to use your band, go ahead. If you want to use a piece of furniture to anchor your feet, go ahead. If you want to try it without any help, go ahead. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. If you've got that band is underneath your feet, you're going to reach up, and then we're just going to soften down into the floor. So you're going to draw your abdominal muscles in, keep curling, and try and go down as smoothly as possible. So you're pulling those abdominal muscles in as you go down, and then you're going to lengthen all the way out. Good. Now if you've got the band, you know where you're going. Just try to make the journey as smooth as possible. So if the coming up isn't brilliant, make sure as you roll back down, you can control it. You can pull in, you can soften down into the mat, but pull your belly button in nice and tight. If you have got your feet underneath something, just make sure you've got the freedom to move, you're not restricting. And as you roll down, you're pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. Keep pulling in and just try and make it smooth as you go. As you go down, don't be in a hurry to kind of, as you get past that kind of sticky point, to just roll down quickly. Try and take your time. Think of a concertina. As you curl up, your ribs are going down to your hips. You're trying to keep those feet on the floor or legs on the floor and sitting up tall. Good. Now you can stay with this, or I'm going to add on, and it's rolling like a ball, which some of you have done before. Most of you, I think. Anyway, you're going to curl up and you're going to sit on the bony bits of your bum. Then you're going to balance and reach the hands to your ankle. So kind of curled into a ball position. Then I'm just going to roll back and roll up and try and balance. Mind you're not going to smack your heads on anything. When you come up, try not to put your feet on the floor. So now you've got two options. You've got the rolling like a ball, which is what you're doing now if you are doing it, or you've got the roll up and down and you're just taking your time. Everyone is different. If you've got quite a curved spine here, you might find it difficult to do. But saying that, some people crack on with it and just are brilliant, and some people struggle. So just have a go. What you shouldn't be doing is using your legs as momentum, because that's easy, which is why we curl up into a ball. And you're going to rock back and then rock up and balance. Now, if you want to make this one harder, we can do a seal. So you open your legs out and you feed your hands through the middle and then hold onto your ankles. And you go clap, 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 go back, clap, 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 roll up, clap, 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 roll back, clap, clap, clap. And it's that clap, clap, clap that adds on a pause, which makes it harder. So the feet are together, knees are wide, and you feed your hands through and you grab your ankles and you go clap, clap, clap. So in this position, you are curled up and you've got no choice but to go back, clap, 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 and roll up and clap, clap, clap. One more time. Clap, clap, clap. And then just release. Well done. You're going to lie down on your other side. And we're going to do a little bit of side and the leg works on this side. Okay, so heels in line with your bum. Bottom arm supports your head. Arm reaches up. Arm over the shoulder. Look forwards. Rotate through the spine. Keep your hips pointing forwards and your legs together. Maybe you forgot what I was saying then. And then you're going to pull in and bring the arm all the way down. And again, so you lift up, open and rotate. Don't just let the arm pull back. Push the hips forward, squeeze the abdominal muscles as you bring yourself over and down. Good. And again, lift up and rotate. Open out through the chest, through the ribs. And then use the abdominal muscles to bring you all the way down. Good. Don't just let your arm pull back. Think of the twist. Use your abdominal muscles open and then close it down. Definitely more rotation on this side. Keep those legs staying still. Don't let the legs lift. Open and release down. Good. Okay, staying on your side. Stretch out those legs. So you know your option. Arm up if you want to work harder. Legs are straight, or you can tuck under, or you can bring your hand down. When you're ready, let's lift that leg. Point the toe. Push into the heel and lower the leg down. And again, point, press, and lower. So we're emphasizing the movement through the ankle. Push your toes straight forwards like you're going to stand on them. Get a nice stretch around the back of the leg, ankle, heel. Think about bracing your abdominal muscles. Point, press, and lower. Good. 2 more times. Hold up on this one. Everything stays still. Slowly circle the leg. Now, if your arm is up but your bottom leg is straight, you'll be working hard to balance. So if you find yourself wobbling a little bit, or you want to bring it back a little, bend your bottom leg, bring your hand down. Change direction. Squeeze the leg back. Use your bum, use your hamstring. And again, squeeze that leg back. Good. Slow and steady. Last 2. Last 1. And then you're going to hold the leg up. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. Both legs straight. Arm up if you want. You're going to lift, and lower. So we try and balance. Look forwards. Inner thighs meeting. Feet follow. And again, lift, and lower. I've just finished watching on Channel 4. It's a Sin. So good. 80s music, 80s clothes. Just a bit of a horrible topic, but it's so well written. It's really good. If anyone wants something to watch. And I was saying to Daniel, do you remember the AIDS advert? I vividly remember seeing it on the television. He doesn't. Okay, one more time. And then the legs stay together. And then you just lift up and down. So brace your abs. Pull in and lift. Try and balance right on the side of the body. And then just seeing if you can lift those legs just a little bit more. Get a little bit more out of it. And again, lift. Feel the muscles on the side. Working to lift those legs. Good. 2 more. And last one. And down. Okay, bend the knees, heels in line with your bum. And then we're just going to do a little lift here with that top leg. So a little climb. So not too high, just above the hip. And you've got your option of lifting the feet. Now you keep going with your climb till you've kind of done enough, like you did on the other side. And then I'll just show you the side bend again. So legs in the same position. Hand under shoulder, and then you push down, create a nice A shape underneath, and then you lift the top leg, heel on the inside of your ankle, squeeze them together, and then the low option is to keep the bottom leg on the floor, lift up, push hips forward, squeeze your bum, and then slowly bring it back down, and you should, if you're in the right position, start and finish in the same spot. So squeeze those legs up, work underneath, and get a nice big stretch through the top of the body. That's it. Then the harder option, you squeeze everything out a little bit further away from each other. And then when you come up, you know you're in a good position. If those legs just come together in a strong side plank, hand under shoulder, arm reaches over. And then when you come back out, open the legs and kind of push away so the weight doesn't come into the shoulder too much. That's it. Good. I see lots of arms going like this. Someone could be like asking for help, or you could just be doing the move. I don't know. So squeeze those hips up. Really feel it underneath, and then get a nice big stretch on the top. Just watch your shoulder. And again, big strong lift, Push those legs together. Squeeze the inner thighs. And then when you're up, can you get those hips up a little bit more? Last one now, lift up, big stretch. And slowly release it back down. Good. That's that on that one. Now you're going to roll all the way down to the floor and have a little breather. So the quicker you get there, the more breather you'll get. Okay, so we've done part of this already, but now we're going to add on. So you're going to take your hands, run the side of the head, not pulling on the neck, hip bone, pubic bone level, legs hip width apart, tuck the chin in, and then just do a little curl up and down. So we're making sure hip bone, pubic bone is level. We're not kind of squishing everything in. Don't go into a pelvic tilt. Lead with the chest and just a straightforward up and down. Good, now you can come back to this, but we're going to add on. Walk your feet a little bit further away. Now lift and bring the knee over the hip. Don't twist. So knee over hip, curl up to meet it. Try not to bring the knee too close towards you. So bring those ribs down and in and keeping the hip bone, pubic bone level as much as you can. Last one. Hold this leg up. Bring your other leg up and settle into it. So 90 degrees. Knees over hips, ankle in line with knee. Or you can bring your knees in, have a little wiggle round and then send the legs out. Now brace your abdominal muscles, ribs down and in. Send one leg out to 45 degree and then bring it back to center and then send your other leg out. Now, if you want to work easier, leg goes up higher. If you want to work harder, leg goes lower. Take your time and focus on your lower back. Try not to let the back arch. Sorry if you're wondering why it's gone quiet. I was trying to get that sneeze out. That's better. Yeah, so try not to let your back arch up off the floor. Take your time. And remember what I said, the lower you go, the harder it is. So you just bring that leg up a little bit higher if you want. But you should be bracing your abs in nice and tight. Now tuck your chin in, curl up, and keep the legs going. Look down in between your legs. When you extend your leg out, can you pull your abdominal muscles in even more? Good. You can still aim your leg up high, or you can keep that leg going down low. Don't have to curl up. You can tuck your chin in if you want, or you can put your head back down on the floor. Abs in nice and tight. When you extend the leg out, keep an eye on it. Good. Last two. Last one, brace. Bring it back to center. Bring the knees in. And just have a little side rock there. Because you're going to take your arms out into a T shape. And you're going to set your legs back out to 90 degrees. Now try and keep your arms and shoulders on the floor. So just let your, actually, it's quite restricting having them out to T shape. So just let your arms relax into a position you find comfortable. It's more the legs we're going to be concerned about anyway. So legs are at 90 degrees. You're going to drop your knees over to the right. I don't expect them to touch the floor because you're going to keep your shoulders and elbows connected to the floor. Take them over to the right. Now brace your abs, pull in and bring them back through the center and then over to the other side. Watch those knees don't start to creep in. Keep your feet up. Go over to the left. So now we're rotating through the lower part of the body. Shoulders and elbows stay on the floor. And then you pull in and you bring it back through the center. So obliques, rotating muscles through your spine. Shoulders and elbows staying down. You can help by pressing into your arms to bring yourself back up. Easy over. And then pull in back to center. Working harder, go further. But keep your shoulders and elbows on the floor. As you start to get more warm, you might be able to go further. More warm, is that a word? It's not good English, is it? Feels good though. Pull back to center. One more time each side. Legs up at 90. Don't let your feet drop. Shoulders and elbows staying on the floor the whole time. Going just that little bit further and then bracing to pull yourself back to center. Last one. When you're back to center, feet down. And then squeeze your bum and lift those hips straight up and down. So squeeze and lift. Up and down. Dynamic move. Don't just be lifting up and down. Squeeze, make it strong. Now try and keep your legs parallel or in little train tracks. If it pulls on your knees, you could have tight muscles, hamstrings, ligaments, whatever. So you can walk your feet out, try and find a comfortable position, but just don't let the knees flare out independently. So legs are parallel. Up and down, strong squeeze. Push into your feet and lift those hips using your bum. Stretch off as well. Last one, hold it up. Go halfway down and drive all the way up. Push into your feet. Be strong. Down and up. Halfway all the way. Halfway all the way. Good. We haven't got many. Squeeze the bum. Push into your feet. Last two. Last one, hold it up. And then just do little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring it down. Give your knees a little hug. And then you're going to send your legs back out to 90 degrees. Hands around the back of your head. Curl up. We're going to do a twist with the toe tap. So I'm going to drop my left foot to the floor, and then my left elbow is reaching to the right knee. So a little toe tap with a cross. Now if you want to work harder, you take your foot further away. And if you want to work harder still, you extend the leg away. So tapping further away or off the floor completely. Aim the shoulder across rather than just the elbow. And twist. Good. 4, 3, 2, and switch. 4, 3, 2. Slow it down. 4, 3, 2, and switch. 4, 3. Now a little faster. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Twist and twist. Abs in tight. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Fast to finish. Here we go. Singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift. 2, 1. And relax. Give your knees a little hug. Rock side to side. We can try a happy baby pose. It's yoga. Open the legs. Reach your hands. Can you grab the inside of your feet? And then you bend your knees. And then you push into your hands and you have a little rock like that. Apparently that's how babies, I don't know if this is a happy baby pose. Is this what we do when you change a nappy? I don't know. But yeah, that's a happy baby pose in yoga. Okay, soles of the feet together. Let the knees open out. Just have a little rock there, whatever feels good. And then you're just going to walk yourselves up. Just sitting. Soles of the feet together still. Press down with your elbows and push those legs out. Feel an inner thigh stretch. And then legs go out straight. Curl yourself up and over, down towards those straight legs. If you can grab your feet, great. Can you lift your heels off the floor? Grabbing your feet. If not, just hold. Think about stretching down the back of your hamstrings. Pull yourself forward, a little bit more of a stretch. Good. Right leg crosses over the left. Hug the leg up and in towards you. Sit up tall and then twist around. And then switch it. Leg comes across, hug it in, pull up, and then twist. Married at First Sight Australia is on right now. I have to catch up. It's my guilty pleasure. Good. Release onto your knees. Take a little shoulder roll. Hands go behind. Link your fingers, stretch the chest. Send one leg out. Hands down. Drop your hips. With a nice little stretch around the hip area. Tuck your toes if that feels comfortable. Pick up your back knee if that feels comfortable. But make sure your hips are coming down. Back knee down. Lift yourself up. Straighten your front leg. Lean into it. Hands to the floor or hands stay on your thighs, depending on your hamstring. Just make sure it doesn't go ping. Now that leg goes in front, your foot, you're going to bring it back by your knee. Then you're going to sit down, if you can, and then lean forwards. And you should get a lovely stretch in your calf, around the back of your ankle. If not, tuck it in, try and lean forward a bit more. Ooh, feels good. And then switch it so your leg that's underneath goes out in front. Send your hips down, push the hips, tuck your toe if that feels good. And see if you can lift that back leg, but always dropping those hips down, knee over ankle. Think we'll get more snow on the weekend. Knee down, sit up, lean into it, hands on hips, or hands to the floor. And then that leg, that foot, bring it back in line with your knee, sit back if you can, lean into it. Try and get a stretch in your back of your calf, ankle, Achilles. Good. Hands down, tuck your feet underneath you, and slowly roll up through your spine. Stand tall, little shoulder roll at the top. Roll the shoulders forwards. Got a spag bowl tonight, vegetarian spag bowl. Arms out in front, tuck the chin in, stretch it away. Then bend the knees, take a nice big breath in, reach the arms up, stretch up to the ceiling, lift, lift, lift. And all done. You'll have to bring Yolo on, Lynn, so we can have a little look at him. Has he gone to bed?
Thanks, Karen.
Thanks. Thank you.
See you next week.
Yes, thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Daniel in his spotty pajamas. I made them.
Have a good week.
Bye,
care.
and you. Yes,
Bye.
stay safe.